A very important 3 and 4 nights here at Allstate Arena. Let's start off with our Illinois Bone and Joint Institute starters and scratches. We restore the health and quality of lives. Billy Sweat on the left side, Nicholas Jensen on the right, Nathan Longpre in the middle. On events, Kevin Connaughton and Jeremy Blaine, and Matt Climby the nod in net. Scratches tonight, Jeremy Price, Peter Anderson, Ludwig Blomstrand, Timmy Miller, Mark Matheson, and Devin Diomede.
Allstate goaltender matchup. Allstate, Chicago's own good hands. Matt Climby has 1 win in his last 6 starts for the Wolves, but in those 5 losses, the team's only scored 8 goals for him. Jan Denny will get the call for the Barons. He's making his 4th straight start since being reassigned by the Edmonton Oilers. Scott Arniel, the head coach of the Wolves, said tonight's game's going to come down to special teams. His team 29th on the penalty kill in the AHL. Todd Nelson, a former assistant coach with the Wolves, his team 30th on the PK. Graham Skilter, the lone referee, based out of Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. You know he likes his hockey tough. And we are underway. 12th meeting all-time between these two teams in 3 seasons now of AHL action. And Bill Sweat with the first shot on net. Denny making the save.
Back to the point, Archibald. There is the let go, and the defenseman came out to play Schneider. So with a shot on net and Debian there, and again, that's, I can't reiterate this fact too much. Last couple of games, the Wolves really not that hungry around the net. Not a lot of bodies, and that's where you're going to score, especially this time of the year. Much better so far in their offensive chances.
Pass out in front, they score. Anton Lander driving down the slot. The Barons lead 1-0 on Lander's 5th of the year. Just getting back in the lineup. He missed 6 weeks with a broken foot that he suffered with the Edmonton Oilers.
Great body position by Lander. The Wolves seem to be okay defensively if you look at the numbers. Here comes, I think that's Billy Sweat coming back, and he slows up, and the pass goes right to him. So actually, he could have been a little bit better in his skating, and he would have easily caught Lander, but he did not. He put the old snowshoes on, and Lander just gets ahead of him and redirects his fine feet across. And Matt Climby moving right to left, not there quick enough. But that first picture we showed, you could see Bill Sweat, he was gliding all the way in. If he had skated all the way, he would have been right with Lander, and that would not have happened.
Tough one for the Wolves to swallow early. The Barons have the lead. It's the 29th time that they've got the opening marker this season, Oklahoma City. As Groulx at the point, a wrister. They score! Was it off of Jensen? If not, it'll be the first goal in the Wolves uniform for the veteran defenseman Groulx.
Yeah, I'm not sure the way they're reacting, and it looked to me like Groulx was pretty excited, so maybe he saw what you're just saying, Jason, but a big goal to come right back. Boy. You know, that's been a problem too, is scoring goals, but to answer after a goal against, and that is exactly what you'd like to have happen. Groulx with a puck from the point. Simple wrist shot through, some traffic in front. Yeah, that hits the
defenseman?
I think definitely hits Fadoon. Hits the bottom of his stick.
A minute ago, were you just talking about position in front of the net?
Well, it's nice to see it. It certainly makes a difference.
A long one in on Matt Climby, and as he holds on to that, he'll get a chance to look at a game of inches.
Linesman talking with the referee about that. I'm sure just to make sure. Hard to kind of with a puck. Very skilled guy, but a bad play he does make. Jensen steals it, headsmans it, and here it is, Bill Sweat, and it is a flutter, and it is all post. But he certainly beat Denny. Unfortunate that didn't skid in off that post and into the net.
It'll be intercepted and cleared by Brett Sterling.
Good job by Chichu actually winning that puck. A 2-on-2 battle behind the net for it. Chichu came up with it. And that's the areas you got to be stronger with. At least don't give it up. A little whistle at the very least.
Catalyst 2-on-1 with Haydar. Cross line, Haydar to the net. Shoots, he scores! A beautiful fade, and Haydar finishes. His team leading 18th of the year.
Well, talking about transition, a little bit of a miscue again by Oak City through the neutral zone, and the Wolves take advantage of that. And really nice play. Great hands here by Catalyst to hold on. He was not pressured. He didn't really move his feet, so I thought maybe it would have been easier to defend. Here is the stripping of the puck by Sterling. Catalyst picks up, watch him. He's not moving his feet, but nobody comes to him, and he just stick handles with it. Haydar on the opposite side, nobody around him. He gets by the defenseman, has his stick down, and the feed is on the tape. Just a little redirect by Haydar to make it 2-1.
Catalyst indeed, a beautiful pass there, threading the needle, and he's got a assists in back-to-back games. He threaded the needle on Marincin, who comes in plus 16. That's 5th best among all AHL rookies. Rodin spins off the check, put it to the paint, trying to kick it free. Jensen, and he was just tied up and couldn't get a handle on that loose puck.
Tough to get some room, really, to elevate your stick to get the puck up and over Denny, who was sprawled out. Some nice battles right in front, though. Will's working hard.
Davidson to Van de Velde and out to center. It's Martindale who had the assist changed to his favor on the Barons goal. Climbing in that restrict area, couldn't play. Now they center and score. Out in front, Alex Plante, first of the year.
What a great play by Plante. He just fires this puck. He comes off the bench and he gets himself into an area. Climbing gets stuck here, not wanting to play the puck because he wasn't sure where it was landing. And Plante gets on the ice and one times this baby. Not an easy shot. And it has enough on it to beat Climbing back to the net. So a poor goal with the fact that the Wolves had plenty of guys back and probably thinking that they were going to play the puck behind the net. Here's the trouble that Climbing's having. Raiola with a nice feed. You see all the guys. Just a one-timer, quick release by Plante.
So a 2-2 tie in the second. Raiola's shot kicked away by Climbing. Shooting gallery has Plante looking for two. Turned away. Haydar will move in. Tried to stutter step around Lander. Lander, a good challenge. Tried to clear and gets enough to get it out. Off of Bill Sweat is forced back into his own zone. 35 seconds to go in overtime. The Wolves on the power play. Sweat speeds in. Stutters, now cuts towards the net. Drive, stopped by Denny, and he covers. And with 27 seconds to go, he'd probably expect a timeout from the Wolves.
Great individual effort that is, and that's the first shot I believe on net, though. I mean, you got a power play, a 4-on-3. You got to get some pucks on net. I know you want to make some great precision plays, which certainly is the key if you can move it quickly enough. But if you're not going to shoot, you're not going to score in this great situation that they're in. And Billy Sweat with his excellent skating ability, able to penetrate, going wide, driving to the net. Then he stayed with him nicely. Very difficult, I think, with where he was at to do anything with the puck other than try to get it underneath him and through him.
Josh Green, the best shooter, the second best shooter for the Barons. 3 of 5 on the season. The captain will get a call here for Oklahoma City backhand. He scores. What a release in the backhand there.
Well, it's a tough one because it looks like he's going to maybe draw that puck from the back and all the way across his body to his forehand, but he just lofts it up.
Mike Davies will be the third-round shooter for the Wolves. He is 1 for 5 on the season. Davies works the right dot, now cuts back in, shot, he scores! We've seen that move work twice this year.
That's his delicious move. That's a big goal for Michael to get his team, at least right now, even. It's a beauty. He's very quick, good hands. Wow. And a lot of times it's barring in.
Teemu Hartikainen 0 for 1 in the season. Backhand poked away by Climbing.
Great play.
That was.
That does not happen very often, and I think that should happen more from goaltenders, to be honest with you. Great recognition at the last second. Look at that fancy footwork, but nonetheless, see you later.
Rodin will get his second try of the season for the Wolves in the 4th round. 0 for 1 in the air. Walks in, backhand, forehand. Denny makes the save. If he could have elevated the puck, he probably would have had a goal.
Just didn't have the room, I guess, to lift it up. Looked like he had him beat. Moving one way, we went the opposite.
4th round shooter for the Barons will be Tony Raiola. Raiola getting the call for the first time this season. Climbing makes the save.
The fanciness of this group. Like those Europeans doing the dangling. Nicely done by Climbing. Watch it stick through almost through the legs and then back to his forehand to backhand.
Bill Sweat, a chance here for the Wolves. 1 for 5 in the air with speed. Backhand, forehand, and he lost the handle.
That's the thing about Deacon. At least when you shoot, you get that chance to score. Deacon, you lose the puck, you never get that shot. Really had him maybe going the wrong way, but lost control.
Arcabella will get the chance here in the 5th round to win it. 3 of 8 on the season. Slowly, and it rolled away. A good challenge by Climbing, who looks to the bench and says, "Get me one."
Yeah, exactly that. Cabello gets in on top and loses control just like the last shot we were talking about with Billy Sweat. There's the move and really doesn't get much on it.
Jensen in round number 6. Extra rounds now. We'll try for the Wolves. 0 for 2. Slows, backhand, forehand. He scores! The Forsberg move works for the Dane.
Hey. What do you say? Wow. That's a pretty one. Staying with it. Again, there's an opportunity, I think, to poke check. At that point, why is that stick not out?
Cornet,
Come on.
0 for 2. Needs to score. Slow, shoots. Climbing the save. The Wolves win. And they move on up in the standings.
Well, that'll move him to 7th place. Tied in points with Milwaukee. That loss for Milwaukee, 1-0 shutout. Certainly helped the Wolves, Lake Erie did. And that's an extra point that it was much needed. Cornet, pretty good goal scorer, slows right down. He tries to go through or underneath the right leg of Climby, and that scrounged to the ice.
Well, once again in the shootout, they didn't give Matt a lot of offense, but they gave him enough to win. And a huge 2 points for Chicago.